Well, I'm out here in the shop tonight. This is my new life. Welcome to my life. I picked this thing up to start working on this bedside and get this bumper off here. It's got to come off. And I saw that spare tire and it reminded me of a story. We had this thing in California working in, I don't know, it was either late 80s or could have been 90, 91 or so, 89, I don't know, somewhere along in there. And I can't remember if it was me and Mike Reed and Jason Davis or if it was me and Jason Davis and Blair Booz, but we were going to the job, to the vineyard. We had about 300 acres to graft, I think 400 acres for, they contracted with Robert Mondavi. And we turned off the freeway and got on this little frontage road, and we were going down to the vineyard. And we were going along there, I don't know, 25, 30 miles an hour. And all of a sudden, kabam, this back end of this pickup picked up and made a big racket. You could feel the rear end lift up. Didn't know what in the world happened. I just couldn't imagine what happened. What had happened was this spare tire came out of there, and when it stood up, it landed on in the upright position when it did, or it wedged in there. And when it tried to come out of there, it picked the back end of the truck up. But then it took off. And it passed us on the right as we was going down that road. And that was the funniest thing. Like, it was going along there like, wait for me. I guess you had to been there. You know, I'm not a mechanic, and I'm not a car builder. I'm just an old redneck having a good time banging around on this rusty old iron. So buckle up and hang on. Let's see what's going to happen next around here.
So Waylon, let's see if that V12 doesn't burn out, or maybe you got something else. I don't know.
Hey, welcome to Rat Rodding. My name's Waylon Wire, and don't ever do what we do here on this channel. Hello, boys and girls. Welcome back to Waylon Wire's Old Iron. You know, at this particular time and point in the video, I haven't done any editing yet. I haven't downloaded the video yet. I don't know for sure what all I'm going to see, but because I do these intros and outros first, and then I take everything in and download it. So I'm not sure what all I'm going to see, but I feel like I probably did a lot of whining in this video. All about having to fix the rust in the doors, or this or that, or something, or about how it's going slow, or I'm just spinning my wheels, or what on, you know, just belly aching and carrying on. But, you know, some of you, the reason you watch these videos is because I'm just who I am, you know, and I don't pretend to be anything I'm not. And, you know, if I'm having a good day, you'll know it. And if I'm having a bad day, you'll know it. And that's just how it is. But really, see, I know this really, in the great scheme of things, you know, when you boil it all down into perspective, I know that my life is way better than I deserve. And I know that having to restore this classic truck, this beautiful classic truck, is a pretty high-class problem, ain't it? You know, things could be a lot worse. Just try to, you know, keep it in perspective. So I'm grateful for every minute of having to beat on this old truck, even though I do whine about it a little bit. But yeah, I think we're going to see some. We're going to see a little bit of travel. We went up on the mountain and picked up some doors, some more doors. Yeah, we got lots of doors. That'll just blow your doors off around here. So I think toward the end of the video, things start to look up a little bit. You know, Harmon was up today, and you know, 3 hours. You spend 3 hours with Harmon, it'll change your whole life. You know, and your outlook on life. And yeah, he kind of brings me back around. You know, and to realizing things ain't as bad as they seem on this old truck. But you know, it's just a chore, but it is what it is, and we'll get through it. So appreciate the ones of you who the ones who can endure me and what's going on here and put up with me until we get through this thing and get back to rat rodding and creating things. That's what I really like to do. I like to create with my own two hands and not just repair things, but we're going to get this done so we can get back to one of those days again where we get to create something. So thank you all, those of you who hang in there with me. I'm really grateful, you know. Yep. All right, let's take a look. Well, there's one more bolt in there, that inside panel. One more bolt, right about there. I can't get my tool up in there. Can't get my rigging up in there to take it out, so I'm gonna have to get creative, I guess. Maybe that'll get me in there. That's what I'm talking about. And that's how you eat an elephant.
Driving home from her house one night and it's raining, and I found you. I took the back way home, but it was where the old Cashmere Mill and all that was. Yeah. There was a guy, and he had on prison garb. It was black and white. Ken, I swear to you, and he was carrying an iron ball that had the chain hooked to it.
Was it Halloween?
No! That's the crazy thing. He had the hat. I mean, it was... I am not kidding you. I know people think I'm nuts.
Well,
but
there's not many prisons around Cashmere.
No, there's not. And it looked like an old prison outfit. You know what I'm saying?
He must have been going to a party or something.
I don't know. He looked like a banged up old guy. And so I ran by a friend of mine's house and I picked him up and I said, "You've got to go back with me." I said, and I told him what I saw and he's like, "Okay." You know? And we go back and we couldn't find the guy for love nor money. But
cops probably picked him up.
Probably. Either that or I don't know what I saw, but it was like, oh my goodness. I even stopped and looked at him, but
this story may have to be in the video.
I know, right?
I may have to include this.
But if you could picture the old prison garb, I mean, it was even a hat that was old looking.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Have you ever seen Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
Yes, I love that movie.
Yeah. Anything by Coen Brothers.
Oh my gosh.
Anything. I love Coen Brothers.
I love their humor.
Fargo.
Oh, Fargo, I know, right?
YouTube star. He's used to it.
Well, you brought your camera lady.
Yeah. From cinematographer. That makes things. You know, when you get old, you can get stuff out of your truck without having to come. Yeah, you gotta hold a closet for it.
That'll hold you.
Well, yeah. Storage fun stuff. Well. Looks fine. Yeah. Yeah. On top. No, that's great. I just appreciate your help with it. Okay. This one on top of the other. That'll be fine. That'll be fine. Well, I'll get my helicopter repair guy right on that. Well, Webb is the gift that just keeps on
I'm
giving.
saying.
Oh, like a boomerang.
You know, I have to cut the bottom off on these doors. I can take the good bottom off of mine. I'm just trying to avoid that. But if I have to. Okay, let's just remember these words.
I'm not done.
He's not done.
Sweetie God. I'm gonna see it before you. Ooh.
Okay, you've got to cut the bottom off. That way you don't have to bend over.
Whoa! Whoa, yeah.
Yeah. 4.
I've never played much golf. How back the pool?
Well,
How can I make it for these doors?
are you sure? That's for the extra strap.
Okay.
Hold off in the first part of February. Price
Yeah.
goes up.
Oh, really? How about some gas?
No.
Cost you money for one man.
Running.
Really? It looks good. I bet it spins up on it.
It's been real good in your wall. You're
Thank you so much. Oh, yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, absolutely. You want to go have some lunch or something like that? I think we're going to stop over at the
Yeah.
Commonwealth.
Really close by.
Yeah, all right. Right there's the Commonwealth. Oh. They have food in there.
That's a lot of stone.
Thank you. I may have to cut the bottom off of my doors. Oh, there's those words again. Yeah, well, that one over there is crunched. I don't think I can use the bottom of that one. Maybe, depending on how much of it I need. But I could do that, and I may have to. But I'd like to just swap doors and not have to do all that if I can. You can probably hear in my voice that I'm not excited. I'm not excited about this project. I like to create things, not repair things over and over and over and over. But anyway, it is what it is. And I keep reminding myself, who created this life for you? Well, right here, I'm the one that did it, you know. I told a friend of mine, I said, you know, I could be living in an apartment and just playing bingo, you know, going to the bingo hall. And I wouldn't have all these issues, you know. She said, you'd hate it. You would hate that. You know, you're not going to do that. Or something to that effect. But anyway, yeah, I met up with Webb. So I've been concerned about, I voiced in a previous video, I voiced my concerns about putting up boring content. Well, sure enough, I've lost a bunch of subscribers since I said that. So I don't know, it's just my life right now. But I've been so busy, I haven't got to do as much on it as I want to. I got that bedside off, but I got to rip that front fender off. Well, in order to do that, well, okay, I got to pull the bumper. Well, okay, I got to take part of the grill, part of the headlight housing, all that out. And you know, you just get deeper and deeper. But I ain't scared, you know. I ain't scared. I ain't got no quit in me. So, it just is what it is. Yeah, I'm going to drag those doors in here, and Harmon can assess those and give me some direction tomorrow. And yeah, I'm just gonna stay with it, I guess. So, this is my life. Welcome to my life. Yeah, I'll show you guys something cool that Webb brought me. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but he thought I needed them. But, yeah, he brought me some runners off of, some landing runners. I don't know the correct term for them, but skis, he called them skis, helicopter skis. So they're the runners that go underneath the helicopter that they land on. And he thought I needed those. So, and they're pretty cool, you know. I mean, how many of you can say that you've got a set of helicopter skis hanging in your shop? And I'll probably hang them from the rafters up here because they're kind of unique, you know. But yeah, I was chatting with Dee Dee Speed Shop tonight, and I was talking about this thing, you know, this truck, and he goes, yeah, you know, sometimes you guys fix them and tear them apart and 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 set them on fire. Yeah, that's right. And he was in my live stream here a couple weeks ago, and you know, everybody knows his truck fell off the lift, and so I was talking about having too many projects, and he goes, yeah, you know, I've seen you have so many projects, you know, that he had to drop one. Oh, you dirty dog, Dad. Oh. Yeah, okay, let's get this stuff unloaded. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Webb, he's a quiet guy, you know. How many people have got a foghorn off a submarine, you know? That's pretty cool. And, you know, the more I look at these things, the more I like them too. I don't know what I'll do with them, but I like them. You know, I used to do a lot of yard art, metal art. I was thinking maybe I should make just a little metal helicopter and mount those skis on it. Thank you very much. This is a pretty good looking door here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I think, boy, I don't need to be doing that stuff. I got a messed up back. I got a bad disc. I've had back surgery and disc removed and back fused and all kinds of back issues. But you know who's gonna do it? Victor in here. Victor's here, I'd make him do all this stuff. All right, guys. Get your coveralls on. Let's get busy. Ouch. We got to, I guess first thing, probably pull that bumper. Well, this is not as bad as I thought, but that fender being all crumpled up like it is, this right here, boy, it made it look bad, didn't it? Man, but that's mostly what's ripped up. This cab corner is okay. It's not bent anywhere. So this is a replacement piece. I've been needing to do that anyway. It's all rusted out up underneath there. I didn't even look at this side, but before this major disaster happened, I was checking out this side over here, and I go, well, I'm probably gonna replace those because there's a hole there. So now's the time to do it. You know, they're only 20 bucks a piece. Oh, well, what I looked at on Scamazon, but I may try to find something a little bit better quality if I can. I doubt it. They probably all come from the same place in China, you know, and just different people buy them and put their name on. It'll still be a bit of a chore, you know. Got to pull this mount out, jack the cab up a little bit, and chisel all this out and put the other one in and weld it in. But I can do that. I've worked with metal a little bit. I ain't no body guy, but I've hammered on a piece of metal or two in my time. And it's that old Harmon, take the big hammer, the BFH, and start beating on that. And of course, on that other one's got a good straight piece on it, and that'll show you how far you got to go. And he's going to look at that and go, psst, 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 and that's nothing, you know. I pull this down a little bit, this right here, and I got to go charge my battery. Okay, the first door I got for this truck off by a donor, it was all beat up and broken around the hinges, and was going to take a lot of welding and a lot of repair, and it had some body damage on it above the, well, right under the drip rail there. And so we pretty much deemed that door unusable. I mean, it could be fixed, but we're looking at how many hours are these things going to take. So my friend Webb came up with another door, and I went and got that. As you know, or maybe you know, but I'm not sure how, in what sequence these things are going to appear in the video, but I went and got this door, and it's got some, I think I might have showed this already, but it's got some pinholes down here and over in that corner, and I was thinking I'd just cut out a square, a little inch square or something, and put it in there and weld it up. And Harmon says, no, man, you got to get further back away from that rust. And then this has got some build up on it here. I don't know what you'd call it exactly, but that rust, it's pretty bumpy, you know, with rust. And he said when you start, you sand that off or grind that off, you're going to have pinholes probably all along there. So he kind of, well, he's just looking at hours. He thinks of everything in hours. He's trying to save me money. And we got a owie there too, but he could beat that out. But I'm very much appreciate Webb, you know, going to the effort to get me these doors. And oh, what a guy. But you know, I got to listen to Harmon about these hours. So, you know, he said, I've got another one. So here we go. He dropped this one off today. I wasn't in town. I was in town. I was picking up some body putty and primer and stuff. And this is a pretty good door. It's got a little ding in it here, and you know, I see a couple things, and there's a little one there. But the thing about this one is it's got electricals in it, so we're gonna have to take all that out, which I guess that's okay. Harmon says it's gonna be way less hours. He said you probably got 10 hours in that other door over there, because I'd probably wind up cutting the whole bottom off of one of my doors and putting on there. And he just he felt like he can fix this one with less time. So here we are. What's behind door number 3? Well, it's Harmon Sapp, probably one of the best body men west of the Mississippi, and maybe east of the Mississippi too, but I don't know any of them guys. But I know a few of them around here. I've had first-hand experience with a few of them around here, and they ain't all that great. That's all we're gonna say about that. But Well, Harmon liked this door pretty good. He goes, yep, that one will be okay. That one's all right. He wasn't exactly he wasn't exactly jumping for joy over anything I got, but he'll make it work. Oh, bless his heart. Okay. Well, it's late. I wound up being in town again today, doing a bunch of stuff, and oh, I might have mentioned this already. I already spent a day winterizing this place, and yeah, I'm gonna be burning that old Midnight Earl tonight probably, because I don't know what time it is. My clock is the battery's dead on that thing. So I guess the only thing left to do is to crank up probably some ZZ Top or some Kentucky Headhunters or Leonard Skinner or something like that, and get the crack-a-lacking. Hey, I want to do a quick shout out to one of my subscribers, long-time subscriber, very loyal, and always has something complimentary to say, and that's pretty nice in today's world. But I mean, most people on my channel are. There's just some nice people out there. But this guy's been around a long time, and I just want to shout him out. And I'm not going to destroy your name by attempting to pronounce it, your YouTube handle anyway, but I'll post it here so people will know who I'm talking about. And this guy made a comment the other day. I think it's when we were welding around that door up there that you're looking at right now. And his comment was, you need a fire blanket. And I'm always joking around. Anytime somebody says you need this, or what was it? One time he said, oh, I know what it was. He said, I think we were pulling the engine on that Brad. I'm not sure. But anyway, he said, boy, I was hoping you wouldn't hit that one piece, whatever it was. I don't know what he was talking about. And I have a pat answer. And I say this to everybody who says I need to do something. I need this or I need that. And I always just say, oh, you guys worry too much, and that's just my way of joking around. I know they're right, but anyway, he said you need a fire blanket, and I answered his comment. And, he never did come back with anything, but I said I don't know what a fire blanket is, but I had my leather welding jacket over the seat, and if that counts, does that count? And so I had to laugh because we had made that exchange, and then a couple days later, one of my clients showed up here and he brought me a gift. He brought me a fire blanket. So how about that, man? Fire blanket. And you could throw this over fire and put it out if you can get to it. This would not have saved the Dojulac because I couldn't get to the fire. I couldn't get to the source, but didn't know where the source was. Anyway, but I'm going to use this to lay over my seat up there, my cloth seat, so that when we're welding, we won't catch things on fire. And thank you so much, Maurice, for coming to see me. Appreciate that. We did a grafting job for Mo about 2 years ago down in Yakima, and Victor and I got up real early, and it's about, I think to where he's at, it's about 2.5 hours. Anyway, we drove down there and we had to get it all done in one day, and it wasn't that many grafts for us. It was just that the drive, plus we had to collect our own graft wood, I think. Yeah, we did that, and we had to prep the trees, and then I think we had to wrap our own grafts because I believe, if I remember correctly, the only help he had for us was a couple guys to do the painting. That's how I remember it. Now, I may be wrong about that, but anyway, Mo said he was coming up to visit. And so I went and looked it up just for giggles, how many grafts we put in. And that day, Victor and I had put in 1,530 grafts. 1,531, I think it was. Well, Mo got up here and he said 2 of them didn't grow. And I said, well, I suppose you want your money back. And he goes, well, the problem is, I don't know if it was yours or Victor's. I said, oh, I'm sure it was Victor's. He said, I don't know who to get the money from because I don't know whose graft it was. And I assured him that it had to have been Victor's grafts. It didn't grow, not mine, So we had a big laugh about that. Anyway, shout out to my longtime subscriber, loyal subscriber, on suggesting the fire blanket, and here we go, man. Isn't that great? Yeah, and knowing me, you know, most people would just need one, but knowing me, oops, Mo brought me two of them. So thank you, Mo, and thank you for watching the videos. And if we can ever help you out, man, in the future with any grafting, let us know. We'd be pleased to do it for you. Well, it's a little discouraging. I feel like I'm just way in over my head, but you know, I thought this door, I was just going to start sanding on this door. I thought, boy, that one's good to go. I'll start sanding on it. And then I discovered this issue and talked to Harmon about it. And that's going to have to be addressed. And we had talked about doing these cab corners while we're at it. This thing has got, you can see that's bubbling up there. So, and I went out and checked, and I don't have any good cab corners, but, you know, I've ordered them. They won't be as good, but nothing about this truck's going to be as good as it once was. So anyway, so now this door is in pretty good shape, but it's electrical. So I'm going to have to rip all that stuff out of there. I'm sure that's going to be a chore. I don't know. I guess I don't know what to do next. Sometimes I just don't know where to start. It's overwhelming. But you just got to start somewhere. Start in the middle and work your way out, I guess. But it's a little discouraging that, well, that's got a crease in it too. Yeah, a little discouraging that I've got 5 donor doors and I'm still one short. I still need one. I've got 5, I still need one more. I don't know what I'll do next. Maybe I'll start tearing into that. Try to get that electrical stuff out there. Unless I can figure out how to make it work. I might be able to make it work. I wouldn't mind I wouldn't care if I had one power window on this truck. Wouldn't bother me a bit. I mean, look at it. It's not like it's an original truck. Oh boy. All right, well, I gotta shut this camera off and scratch my something. I don't know whether to scratch my watch or wind my butt right now, you know. Yeah, I'm gonna think about it. Okay, I got the window to roll up, but then I couldn't figure out how to get it rolled down. I wound up stripping all these wires and adding another ground, what appeared to be a ground wire, and then checked all these wires and nothing made it work. And I finally figured out that what you do is just switch polarity. I know you guys know that, but I didn't. So there we go. My door has all new felts and everything in it. Nice channel. This one doesn't even have a channel in it, so I'm gonna have to do that. But that's much better than having to rip all the guts out of this thing and put the guts out of that other one in here. I'm just gonna have one electric door. Now, you know, is that redneck enough for you? Because that's how it's gonna be. Well, some lovely person is taking a hammer and beat this in right here and put an antenna in there, which is not necessary because 73, I started putting the antenna in the glass. So, you know, somebody was looking ahead. 30 years ago, somebody said, you know, one of these days, old Waylon's going to need something to do. He's going to need just one more thing to do. So we'll pile this on top of everything else. That'll be good, won't it? Yeah. All right, let's do that. Well, it's long about now that old Brent from Half-Ass Customs, he would be saying, meh, no big deal. Meh, No big deal. Just cut that out. Cut the other one out. Weld it in. Meh. No big deal. I need to be more like Brent. I'm trying. Well, that's good enough for Bondo. This fender had filler in it before. It's gonna have some more in it.
I don't want you drinking my coffee. It's right beside yours, you know.
Oh, I know the difference.
Yours is the metal one.
I'm smarter than I look.
There you go. I hope so.
Yeah, no kidding.
I should hope so.
Yeah.
Primed and stuff.
Boy, you hit that one time with the hammer right there, and you're ready to go.
You ain't a shit that.
Yeah, you you did pretty good on that. Old Harmon hammered that support in place.
That
Before we ever put that finger on it, it fits perfect.
Yeah. It'll have to
Look
come
at
out.
that. Look at that.
Yeah. No, that,
I don't want to brag on you too much. You'll get a
No,
big head.
don't, 'cause I'll get the big head and want more money.
I know. I know.
If it takes
Well,
a hammer, I can do her.
Yeah, I was really
Hey,
whining.
this is coming down pretty good. I got
Yeah,
a body pretty
I was whining a lot last night, but now seeing this fender on here makes me feel
It-
like
it-
we're
it
making
will be,
progress.
yeah.
You know.
Even though we don't,
It's
it's
just
to
a-
come back off again.
It's a psychological
Yeah,
thing,
it
you know.
is.
You know, we used to do that grafting when the vineyard, if it was odd shape, you always start in long rows.
Yeah.
Then you got something to look forward to because the rows keep
Yeah,
getting
they
shorter.
get- yeah,
You
that's the
know,
way they do
it's
it.
all just up here.
No, it is, Ken. That helps psychological bull.
Yep.
Well, see, this was way in. We didn't realize that.
All right.
But this, like this, instead of being straight almost, it was curved
Well,
in.
I'm just so glad we got an original piece and not that stinking aftermarket stuff.
Oh, I would rather work
hate
on
that
this.
stuff.
You know, it's like I say, Ken, it's a lot better today than it used to be, but on the older shit, it's just
Yeah.
as bad as it was.
Yeah.
That fender that I put on the, or was on that 68, was on it when Dale bought the truck.
Yeah.
If I don't have 16 hours in it, I got 22. I've had to body putty basically the whole effing fender.
Boy, this makes me feel good, Harmon.
Yeah.
Thank you. And you better get out of here.
Yeah, I got it.
Time to go.
I might go to the store. When they say 12:30, that game probably ain't gonna start till 1.
Well, it's 11:26. It's
Yeah,
time-
that's close.
Time to go.
Yeah.
And I gotta get ready.
I gotta
for-
get my tools away.
I gotta get ready for that little granddaughter. That little girl's coming to see me. Well, I welded that piece in, and Harmon, he had to pull it out just a little bit. I warped it just a little. I tried to keep it cool and not overheat it, but I warped it just a little bit, I think. But he pulled it out and soldered up the holes, and he was happy with it. You know, a little bit of mud will take care of that. And then he did some work on the front of this fender. You know, I was feeling pretty. We got a little shimming to do here. I was just laughing because he said, "You know, we got to take this right back off." And I said, "No, I know, but it helps my mind, you know, so, to see some progress." So, anyway, I was feeling pretty discouraged and pretty deflated, and you know, I always feel better after Harmon's been here. He lifts my spirits and he keeps encouraging me that, you know, it's going to be okay. And of course, nothing happens as fast as I want to, but that's okay. And yeah, I get kind of discouraged and all that, but the message and all that is to just don't quit. I don't quit no matter what, no matter how discouraged I get. I keep plugging away at it, you know, and that's the message, is just don't quit. Don't ever give up. So I feel a whole lot better about this whole project. I mean, I've got some work to do on that door. I've got to cut those corners off and get rid of that rust. And I have to cut the bottom off on these doors. I can take the good bottom off of mine. I'm just trying to avoid that. But if I have to, and weld the new corners on just like I did here, And then by the next time he comes up, we'll be ready to do some mud, you know, be putting some mud on and working that. And then we're going to take all the parts in, and the painter, he's going to jam all this stuff. And I've got get all the doors sanded, and I got that side panel ready to go. So then when we get that back and start bolting things on, it'll start to come together. And hopefully that's going to happen next week. But so Harmon's going to go watch a ball game, and I'm going to have some fun. My granddaughter's coming to visit me, and she's 2 years old. And boy, we're going to have us a good time because a friend of mine procured this seat. Actually, it belonged to her grandson, and he outgrew it. But this fit on a swing. This was on a swing, and I'm going to adapt this to fit the zip line. So, boy, me and Abby going to have us a good time.
Go again.
There we go again. Yeah, maybe old Harmon's going to smear a little mud next week, and if we can get that done, then we're going to haul all this stuff down, and the guy's going to jam everything and paint the back sides of these doors and the body panel and whatnot. So front fender, yeah, get all that stuff painted, so then we can start fitting up, you know. See, I'm just not used to paint. I'm not used to things being shiny. I mean, my Impala, yeah, but I didn't do that restoration. I don't do that kind of work, you know. And Harmon did that Impala, actually. So it's different for me. You know, these hairy-legged old rat rodders, we don't spend a lot of time thinking about fit and finish, and we spend even less time thinking about paint. So this is kind of an adjustment for me, but we'll get through it, and until I see you the next time, I sure do appreciate you.